tremendous love with all of God's children, bringing happiness to others through my playful soul and by being an example of living an extraordinary life. The purpose of my life is to share my tremendous love with all of God's children, bringing happiness to others. I like to just look at this every day for a minute or two and just kind of envision what's going to happen for the day. It's my vision board. It was funny, the last vision board I made, I only had like 15, 20 things on it. And like all 20 I ended up pulling off. It was pretty cool. So I decided to put some bigger stuff on this year. It's muscle egg. I don't know if you've ever had it. My nutritionist turned me on to this. It's basically egg whites that are flavored. It's probably about the healthiest thing as a human that you can consume. Try to get at least 5 to 10 minutes of reading. And I like this book, Tools of the Titan, because it's somebody different. He's interviewing them basically. Like today, I already got something, just a cool little gem here. He's talking about, you know, we say yes to too many things. I mean, this is in 5 minutes of reading, but you know, when we say yes to too many things, you know, it's kind of one of my principles is every time you say yes, what are you actually saying no to? And he says here, because most of us say yes to too much stuff and then we let these little mediocre things fill up our lives. The problem is when that occasional, oh my gosh, hell yeah thing comes along, you don't have enough time to give it the attention that you should because you've said yes to too much other little half-assed stuff, right? It's amazing. That's such a good principle. But that's, you know, so as I go throughout my day now, anytime people ask you to do things, you know, we tend to just say yes or whatever, thinking it's rude not to, but in reality, every time you say yes, you're saying no to something else, and sometimes, usually, that's the yes that you're saying yes to isn't what you wanted to do. So you got to learn to train yourself to say no so you can actually design your own life and do the stuff that you actually want to do. So it's just a little 5-minute journal. People, I think they psych themselves out with how much time they do or don't have in a day, and so a lot of times they overcomplicate it. So this is really cool. It has to do with basically everybody has 5 minutes in a day, and you write down 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make your day great today, some daily affirmations, and at the end of the day, you write 3 amazing things that happen, and how could have you made your day even better. Take that. One of the first things I do every day is, I've done this the night before, but this is my planner. I know exactly how my day is going to go before it ever starts. I think that's important to make sure that you do it the night before so you know what's going on. What's up, man? Hey, how's it going? The first thing I do every day when I come in is I check all the new homes that have hit the market for my buyers. So I've got my list of buyers over here that I'm working with, and I just want to know exactly who everybody, you know, anything new that hit the market, I want to stay right on top of it. So, how's it going? So, Alex, role play a little bit with me. You're my friend. I'm going to call you up. Just a normal call, okay? Ring, ring. Hello. Hey, is this Alex?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Jimmy giving you a call. How you doing? I always start any phone call. I start with my reason for the call. That's the reason why we do all the events. It gives you a soft lead into the call, right? Hey, come in real quick. Let's run through everybody. Dory, you said it's closing on time?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Doug looking good?
Yeah, they sent over an addendum to put those
Okay. Just, I need all that feedback this morning.
Yep.
So, let me
Okay.
know what they say.
I will.
Cool. First and see, and then jump into houses, and then anything that fits the criteria of my buyers, I'll send it over to them, and if it's really good, we'll follow up right away with them. We have a cool day today because we got lunch with the Attorney General's office and some cool, really cool guys, and then we got a meeting at 10, and he has a cabin that he wants to get sold, so we're gonna go up and meet with him. So, wanted to go over your house with you a little bit here. So a couple things, I pulled up the report. We've actually had feedback on every showing but one on your house. I emailed the report to your wife, so you can look at individually each one what they wrote. I'm the first one to admit it. Like I was wrong. It's affected it more than I thought it would. Like I knew we'd show it at that price, and which we have. We've had plenty of good showings. You know, it just hasn't sold. So I'm going to that lunch with the Attorney General, and then I'm going to show Trevor. So
Okay.
we'll see you later.
I'll let you know on Hiram when I get that confirmed.
Yeah, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, see ya. See you later, Doug.
You know, so now if you're trying to calculate, you know, one tweet comes in and that changes the statistics,
Oh wow.
right? Or one mention or whatever, and if you had 30, and so.
So it's not quite as net.
So there's been nothing sell up by us.
Nothing that's not through the MLS. No.
Let's look at this one.
One thing I tell people with cabins, it's like they kind of create their own little market. And so it's not like a traditional sell. If we were looking at houses, I'd probably give you an exact number where I feel like we need to be. With a cabin, it's all based on motivation and how you want to price it. I just want to see, you know, it's a good location, it's a good cabin, it's in good shape. So it comes down to, again, how motivated are you to sell it? It's not a traditional, here's what the neighbors are all sold for, here's what
Right.
we should list it at. So yeah, I would recommend,
Do you see, and you don't see a lot changing hands up there?
no, there's plenty sell. I mean, in the last year, I think total in all of Timber Lakes, there was 21 sales. Yeah, I'll just wait to hear from you then.
All right. Yeah, all right, man.
Cool,
I'll probably
appreciate
get
you.
with you.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
So good. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Excited to see your little face getting a honorary degree. How'd that would come about, man?
You know, I'm a big deal in Mexico, apparently, so.
All right, so you've mentioned girl 2 times in your homework, and I'm curious because it doesn't sound like the same girl that you've been excited about.
And it's just such a, like, that girl is the perfect fit if we could ever figure it out, and I just don't know what to do about it. We had such a fun time, and I swear if we could ever figure it out, like, that's everything I want in a girl, that girl has.
Joy.
And so,
The experience of finding that.
sure.
So we've got it defined. We know it's out there. You can give thanks for it. Give thanks for that person. We don't have to put a face on it. Give thanks for her. Start giving thanks for the relationship you're going to have, but don't put the pressure on the individual. Let it happen organically. I feel like there's a lot of pushing you to make this happen, kind of like you do in your business life and in everything you do.
Right.
There's big push, right? You're an achiever.
Sure.
But in this conversation, being an achiever may be the very thing that's preventing you from going deeper in connection.
It's what makes me great at business is it's completely non-emotional. I have a result, I have a pattern, I know what formula works to
Yeah.
get a desired result, but that doesn't work with a relationship.
Yep.
Why don't you send me the email with the bill and then I'll just get it over to you.
Okay. Well then. All right. Hey, have a fabulous week. You rock.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Love, honey. Have a fantastic weekend.
All right, likewise. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So that's my weekly meeting with my life coach. As you can see, there's some pretty dang good content there. She's pretty awesome. She was one of Tony Robbins' top coaches, still is, I guess. But that's that space. She just really helps you to get in the right mindset, space, motivation of everything what you're doing. So part of the funds that Sean's raising is for the Innocence Project.
You're gonna be at our party?
Yes, I'm planning on it. When is having a
June? Yeah. Big weekends where they bring in Eric's band.
Like, hey, new guys here. They've all put a lot of money and time.
Hey, Dave. Great to meet
Kim's
you.
the founder of OUR. Dave Dustin. Travis, Prince, Alan. He's helped me throw in a band.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The other agent should be there. She can let you in. I got stuck in some gnarly traffic. Just say that I'm on my way, and I'll see you guys there in like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, we'll just start going through it, okay?
Yeah, text me that you're in and that you're going through it so I know you're good. But she should be there. Just let them know I'm on my way. I'm 15 minutes behind. Okay? How freaking slim you look right now.
30
I don't
guys
think I
down.
can do your damn diet, but your pants are falling off.
My hands. So it's all on an iPad. The areas of fire, the waterfalls, the lighting, and the music. It's all on an iPad.
Cool.
Yeah, and you also have Deer Valley and Park City. You can see all three from the home.
Awesome. Cool.
And
So that's
then you have
canyons
the-
there.
What's that?
That's canyons there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got speakers up here
It's nice, too, 'cause
in
they
the
got
rocks.
4 different pastures.
We found carrots from last year, so.
Really? It's got a tramp, too.
Yeah.
Pardon? But they've got I don't know what kind of fish they are. But
What'd you think of that last house?
I loved it, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a really nice
How
house.
close are you to be able to buy it? Like, what do you need?
I
is it
could
just
be 2
selling-
months.
Really?
Yeah, 2 months.
We're gonna be, shit.
Shit. Sounds 0 to 70, dude. 0 to 60
yeah.
and 2.3. And hi, Peter. Trevor, how you doing?
Hello, Trevor. Nice to meet you.
So I noticed that.
Themselves with ice and things very, very hard. The news carried quite a bit of information about it,
Hey, they're gonna call you tomorrow. Baby.
Probably the coolest thing I've seen in 6 months, and you could care less.
It took him 3 years to put the house together, just with everything you see in it.
Yeah.
Almost everything you see on the walls are originals.
Yeah.
On the little door right here. The little.
Yeah, that's what they snuck in out from that other room.
Kind of cool. Although you could have someone in the bathroom, and HOAs are probably one of the worst. It's mind-boggling why anyone would ever do an HOA when you have property this big. It makes sense if you're in a small little
Yeah, if there's a
neighborhood.
bunch of houses and people don't have money to maintain and do
Yeah.
things, it makes sense. But a larger property like this, and
Unbelievable.
like I said, things are different. I mean, we found a bunch of things, and I've never really had to have them go through like, I have them to submit things or do things. So I mean, it's really
How many properties are in the HOA?
up here only 4. The other ones,
Nice house. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Will the gates just open, or do we follow you out?
No, it just gates open.
Oh, it'll open when we come out.
If I have any
Thank
additional
you.
questions, I'll
Yeah,
give
let me
you a
know.
You can
call.
get them the HOA. It's really pretty though. We'll take a look at the
I'll get all that info.
the information.
Yeah,
and
we'll get the info.
I appreciate the tour. Thank you. I know it takes a lot of time out of your day, and thank you.
That's right.
Yep,
All right,
so
thanks
much.
guys.
Coming up.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, man. What was your name again?
Zach.
Zach, Jimmy.
Nice job on the property. You're taking care of it well. So.
Try.
I did.
Bye, buddy.
When are you back in town?
Coming up.
Bye, did you hear me?
Okay. See you guys later.
Take care.
Good to see you.
Good to
All right,
see
see
you.
you, Jamie. Thanks, man.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I told you I'd get this thing resold again. I didn't know it was going to be you that was going to do it, but
Oh my gosh. Well,
it's pretty solid. I figured we just accept it if you're comfortable with that.
okay.
And then we'll put together the contract, okay?
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Jimmy.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye. Just kind of wrapping up the day, driving back now from our last appointment. Had a pretty productive day. Feel pretty good about it. We showed some homes. We put a couple deals under contract. Last thing I'm gonna do today, it's what I do every Friday at the end of my day, is I'm gonna make my calls to all my sellers, giving them the feedback. I'll put together the feedback report, and then good news, bad news, no news, let them know what's going on. Most of our homes are under contract. I think I got 5 or 6 that are still active, and so it's gonna be a pretty quick process today. But that was kind of a pretty typical day. Today was a fun day because we had, we were working with some high-end homes, and we had a pretty cool luncheon with some fun friends and things like that. But I mean, appointments, lunch appointments, networking appointments, showing homes, but doing it my way with my friends. It's a pretty cool business. It's pretty fun to do, and it's kind of, I like to show, other people that this business is supposed to be really fun. I enjoy every day. I'm just literally hanging out and talking to my friends all day. So that was a pretty good example of what a day in the life of Jimmy Rex looks like. Hope you guys enjoyed it.